My name is Derek Papi. I'm the Managing Director of Modiano, South Africa. I started the company in 1984, and we need wool in this country. We need good wool growers. We can thank the prices, the good prices experienced in South Africa over the last few years, to the innovative business of the Chinese, who've introduced new products, fake fur. The fur part of jacketing is made from wool, and also double-sided fabric, which is what it says. It's for coating, for jackets, and the inside and the outside are the same. This is produced from shorter wools, which have helped to push the prices up of the longer wools. Now, the main thing we need from growers is good breeding policy. Excellent classing and avoiding contamination of any form. It's imperative to avoid contamination, either from fibers or foreign objects, strings, petitions, polyethylene, polypropylene. Those things are a huge form of complaints and claims on wool. We need longer wool. We're having an overproduction of shorter wool at the moment, but we need more longer wool and more wool in the 20.5 to 22 micron range. It is extremely important that we have good wool growers in this country, because as buyers of wool, without good wool growers, good farmers, our industry won't exist. We wish the growers an excellent Congress in June, and we look forward to a continuation of the good prices we've been experiencing. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Paul Lynch. I'm one of the owners of Standard Wool South Africa. My partner, myself, and Mark Wright bought the company about 13 years ago. Started off on a very small basis, and we've been very fortunate that we've managed to build up a rather large wool company in South Africa. I think the message to the farmers from myself and Mark is uniformity and the quality of the wool that the South African producers must supply. We've spent a lot of time marketing the South African clip to the international market, specifically China. We were one of the first companies to actually go into China, and it took a long time for us to actually convince the Chinese that South African wool, for one, is not a black fiber commodity, because they had this thought that all wool coming from South Africa was full of colored fibers. So it took 2 or 3 years for us to convince them, and now the South African clip is really well sought after in China. And China is one of the biggest markets for South African wool. So what I could say to the farmers, please ensure you have no crossbreeding, you have high quality, high tensile strength, in other words, high NKT wools, and make sure that you spend time in your shearing shed. It is so important that you spend time for the wools that you've been producing for 8 to 12 months. Go and spend 2 weeks in your shearing shed, just to make sure that the quality of wool that we're supplying to the international market is of the top quality that you can supply. And then I can guarantee you will always get a really good price for your wool, and we'll have pride in actually marketing your wool out in the broader community internationally. And I promise you, if you look at all the markets, anything that has got a low tensile strength, that is not classed correctly, that is maybe a little bit crossbred, you can see the premiums are dropping on those, and high quality, well-grown merino wools, the quality and the price that you're getting there is just so much better. So I encourage you guys out there, and the ladies who are the farmers as well, please look after your wool. It's a proud thing for us to market for you guys, but we need your help to make sure that there's no contamination, there's no false packing, and that we produce a really, really good quality clip that we can market for you internationally.
Hello, I'm Peter Carey. I'm from Lempriere, South Africa, and we're a buyer in the auction here, and we export predominantly to the Chinese market. Firstly, I'd just like to say that we fully understand how important what you're doing as wool growers is, and that you really are the most important part of the supply chain. The comment that we'd have for you on the demand side is that we're really seeing a change back into demand for longer wools, which suits particularly the uniform market. So I think within your production system, it's certainly worthwhile to really look at the price differential between the return you're getting for 6-month wools as opposed to 8, 10 and 12-month shearing. And further to that, this demand is really expected to come from the Chinese market, where there is an expectation that there'll be a lot of new uniform orders in the 2018-2019 season. And in the past 5 years, there's been a lot of demand on the shorter wool for the woolen sector, but it's very evident that there's change coming in the next 12 to 18 months back to demand for longer wools. So again, thank you for doing what you're doing so well, and we wish you an excellent Congress, and I look forward to meeting you there tonight. Thank you.